Good morning, and welcome to our morning take. My name is Frank Johnson.
And I'm Abraham Lawrence.
And I'm Nick Seaman.
And our goal here is to describe for you the movie that's going on in our head when we read the Bible. Today is Tuesday. It is the 18th day of July. We're literally cruising right along, probably about the middle of summer for most people.
Super hot.
Super hot.
Oh, yeah.
But there's a place a lot hotter, right, Abe?
Topeka, Kansas. It was 120 yesterday in Topeka.
Oh, man.
I heard Goodyear, Arizona, actually, is one of those two.
Oh, you know where else is hot? Syria. It's like 122 in Syria. I'm serious.
Serious.
I was born in Mount Vernon, Missouri.
Yes.
And it was on July 21st. So
Show me state.
Yep. And it was 120 degrees the day I was born. So I'm coming in hot.
Oh,
What was
no
it,
pun intended.
What was it, November what?
No. July 21st.
Your mom said it'll be a hot day in November when I have a son.
Yeah. Hello, world.
This is episode 137. We're having a really good time. It's a great story. We're talking about
really
Jacob.
Is.
Jacob having kids.
I want to jump in here before you get into your thing. And we were talking in the last episode about how Jacob was feeling towards Leah. And the Bible, the King James Version says he's hated. She feels hated. So I'm trying to get the movie in my head. Is he just trying to go for procreation right now, or is his feelings changing towards her?
I'm going to get in a lot of trouble with my King James Version, of the Bible being just, oh my goodness. The NASB literally translated unloved. And the reason that it does that is for the same reason that Jesus says, unless a man hate his father and his mother, he cannot be a disciple of mine. We all know that that is not what that word means. Mm-hmm. It means in relation to how much he loves God, it would almost be like hatred towards a father and mother.
Yeah.
You are dedicated to
Yes,
God.
committed, 100%.
Can we just dial this back a little bit and say because of his great love towards Rachel, Leah feels unloved? I guarantee you she was second-class citizen.
Oh,
Rachel's the most important. He loves Rachel. He worked for Rachel. He wanted Rachel. He never wanted Leah. Leah was pushed on him, and now he has her. I do not in a million years believe that Jacob hates Leah the way we would say hate.
Yeah.
Or he would not be having any kids for her.
This is what I'm saying.
Listen, David had a wife named Michael. I know that's kind of weird. That almost sounds...
Yeah.
That's why I say Michelle. That's what I've always said. Or Michal. I think it's like...
Either or.
I think the Jewish pronunciation is Michal. But anyway, and he said, I'll show you something. You'll never have any kids. And he puts her out in the back, and even though he's married to her, they never have any children. He never... I don't even know if he even consummated that marriage.
All because he was dancing, and she got upset.
Yeah, and now he didn't like her.
Yeah.
So, you want to talk about hatred. But you see, Jacob is not that way. He is obviously having relations with his wife. They're having some kind of normalcy, and they're having kids. So, come on. I do realize that the King James Version does say hated. And who knows, maybe even Leah might have even felt like that. She might have felt,
Yeah, because, and I'm not trying to sound chauvinistic, but how many times have women misunderstood feelings?
Yeah. And there you go. So that's why, and I know, like I say, I'm going to get in trouble with my brothers that love the King James, but it's just another reason I tend to personally like the New American Standard Bible. I think that translation's a little closer to what she felt unloved. She did not feel the love that Rachel felt. She felt unloved. All right. Anyway, we left off at verse 34 yesterday. So she's already had two sons. What was the son number one called?
Reuben.
Very good, class. And number two?
Simeon.
Come on.
Simeon.
You're lagging there a little bit. Okay. And and Reuben means something
Next
about...
one's Levi. Okay, sorry.
And Reuben means something about I saw.
Behold, a son.
Behold, I see a son. And then the second one is the Lord has heard me, right? Simeon?
To hear, to be heard.
To be heard. There you go. All right, number 3, verse 34. She conceived again and bore a son and said, now, this time my husband will become attached to me. Obviously, as you said, he's pretty attached, but he's not really attached. Do you know what I mean? Maybe it's just I don't know. Let's stop.
Okay, so, I get everything that you just said, but the more kids that you have with someone, do you feel an attachment toward them?
I'm feeling like getting out. It's like number 3 already.
I'm not going to ask Nick that because his kid is here, so I won't ask
My
him. But I'm
third
asking.
kid.
Oh wow, how appropriate!
Yeah, his third. Yeah, Levi is in the house. Miss Levi. Okay. She conceived again, bore a son, and said, "This time my husband will become attached to me because I have borne him 3 sons." That was a TV show too, right? My 3 sons.
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
What were they? What were their names?
Chip, Ernie, and I forget the young one's
Oh
name.
my goodness!
It'll come to me before the.
I don't even know the old man's name.
Oh,
Wasn't he just like an uncle or something? Was he really
no,
a dad?
the butler. He was like their Uncle Charlie. Was like the guy
Uncle
that took
Charlie,
care of the
that's right.
house.
But he was a
Fred McMurray was a single dad
single
that
dad.
went on dates like every night.
He was looking for a Rachel. Could not find one. Therefore, okay, she's born 3 sons. Therefore, he was named
Rob.
Levi.
His name was Rob. Rob, Chip, and Ernie. I just.
Oh, I thought he was talking about Levi. No, his name is Levi. No, it's not Rob. It's Levi.
The boys' names were Rob, Chip, and Ernie.
Was that his surname, Levi Rob? No. So what does Levi?
Starring Levi.
So what does Levi mean?
Levi
Gene.
means
It's a gene, right?
joined, and she says it.
Pretty
joined.
close.
Yeah.
Gened. He was gened. Joined. Joined. So we have a sandwich and we have some designer jeans. Reuben and Levi. All right, we're doing good so far.
Yep.
Verse 35, and she conceived again and bore a son and said, "This time I will praise the Lord." Therefore she
yes.
named him Judah.
She pretty much told you that. It tells you what his name means.
Or in
Yeah.
the Jewish, is it pronounced Judah? I know in German it's pronounced Judah. Judah.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think, isn't the J usually kind of a little bit softer J?
Because Jesus, of course, is Jesus.
Yeah,
That's Spanish, though, right?
Yeshua.
Yeah, Yahshua.
Yeah, Yeshua, and then
Or whatever.
Yah. Then well,
But it is a Yah sound. It's
Yeah.
not a J sound. So
Yeah.
this would be Judah. His name is Judah.
Oh, I thought Judah stood for when you get older, don't leave your ring and your scepter behind.
I don't know about you, Abe, but when I see the name Judah, I think of that little Picklesheimer kid. I swear.
Me too, all the time.
Tim Goetz took a picture of him standing like right in front of me. I think it was Tim. I don't know. Maybe somebody at the church did. And I was playing my guitar, and he had this little toy guitar,
Yep.
and he was like jamming with me.
I remember
And
that.
That's the most awesome thing, Nick. This kid wasn't, what was he, 3, 4?
Yeah, he was the same age as AJ,
He had a
about
little
3 years
toy
old.
guitar, and I was up there playing worship, and he come up to the altar, and he's just playing his little. It was just awesome.
awesome.
It's a great looking picture. I've still got that.
You
on
wouldn't
my
even
phone.
recognize him if you saw him now.
His name was Judah.
Yes.
And the name means
Praise.
praise. So there you go. Now, so that's 4 sons. She had the first 4 sons. How many kids are Jacob going to have altogether?
12.
12 boys, anyway.
Yeah.
He does have some daughters.
Yeah.
She gets in a little bit of trouble too. So we don't want to jump ahead too much in the story.
Yeah.
Gets gets Simeon and Levi in a little bit of trouble.
Yeah, Jacob, once he gets all of the kids in line, they become a bit of a wily bunch later on in years.
But the main thing that I want to say is she really bore the 4 kids that if you ask the average Christian, now I don't even know if the average Christian could even tell you any of them, but if you knew the tribes of Israel, which these guys all become the 12 tribes, Jacob's name is changed to Israel and it becomes the 12 tribes. A lot of people remember Reuben just because he was the firstborn, and then Simeon and Levi because actually they're very famous. Simeon and Levi because they create a lot of havoc. Plus, most people know that Aaron was of the tribe of Levi, and the Levites, of course, are the priests.
Priests, yeah.
But actually, the priests were of the loins of Aaron. So all priests are Levites, but not all Levites are priests.
Oh. Just
It's
the
like-
Aaron line of it, yeah.
It's like all tortoises are turtles, but not all turtles are tortoises.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a little that's a little science for you there, Joe.
she was like, that was too much.
Too much. And then she stopped bearing. That's the last thing that it says. So I guess that ends the day, bud. That's it. She stopped bearing. All done. End of story. Close the book. No more kids. I know you want to say something, Nick.
I was just reading the next verses. What Rachel said.
Tune in tomorrow for chapter 30.